Hello, well, let's talk Native American shields, because we're going to look at two really nice examples. This one here is highly decorated, as you can see, and that gives us an indication as to its nature. And what I mean by that is that you could basically divide all Native American shields, they're always hide shields, into two categories, medicine shield and war shield. This here is the former. This is not a functional shield, but as far as we can discern in the mind of the native warrior, it was just as important as his, to us, quote unquote, real shield, because this protected you in the spiritual realm or sense. These were so important that they were often tied to the horse, talking like, Great Plains Indians mostly here, of course, but when I mention the horse, and taken into battle, even though they're just fastened to the horse, they weren't used at all, but they were still taken with you. That confluence of kind of the physical and the spiritual exists in a lot of Native American weaponry, which I've always found really fascinating. So what you had here is a wooden hoop with animal hides stretched across it, probably bison, and then a painting put on. And that would be done by someone, the shaman, basically, that you would consult with after having your vision quest. So each warrior had a unique medicine shield. And as they grew in stature, as their experience grew, more objects would be added to it. So this was a sacred and deeply personal item, right? That was your vision that you had, and it might involve your animal, right? Your spirit guide. And now you're entrusting this object, it's been imbued with that power to help protect you. This one in particular shows its owner writing what the literature associated with this item here in the museum called a thunder horse. And he's doing battle with a turtle, which is a mythologically very important animal here and elsewhere. I love every single thing about this image, too. The contrast, the blue on white, the horse, the thunder, the red lightning, I should say, and you can even see it. I think that's a continuation of it on the warrior's leg. That looks amazing. Really fascinating, and there you go. Just one example of a medicine shield, right? Spiritual protection in physical battle and in life. We're really lucky to be able to see it, and that it's in such great shape, too. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, here is a war shield. And you can see the contrast, right? The difference immediately. But this one's also highly decorated. And imagine the colors. They must have been much, much more vibrant when this was first made. A war shield was about 2 feet in diameter, so small. That's because you were going to use it on horseback, and it was primarily, because of that, used to deflect arrows. Sources say the way it was actually used was, one, it was kept in motion. You didn't just hide behind it. You couldn't. It was too small, so you actually had to anticipate the trajectory of incoming missiles and then use it to deflect them instead of just block them. Very different technique from what you might assume, right, given the concept of a shield and what we're used to. So these had to be much stronger than a medicine shield, as you can imagine. So they were multi-layered, layers of bison skin. They used glue made from the hooves of the bison. And as we said, these were decorated as well, so you have a canvas to paint on, and they did. This one seems to depict a battle, right, between the owner and some white men. I wasn't sure if I was going to go with that description, but I guess that's what the owner of this shield would have thought of them as. And there you go. Here's how you're commemorating a victory, right? Shields were sometimes decorated with human scalps, too, so you're really getting the message across that you've got kills on your record. This one obviously did not survive as well. The images did not survive as well as on the medicine shield that we saw. But still an overall impressive piece, certainly. And that is it for this quick overview on Native American shields, a fascinating but somewhat overlooked part of the indigenous warriors' armaments. Thanks.